welcome to another edition of Yorkshire Kris Weekly. As you can probably see and hear, it's a pretty windy day. It's been a very windy week. We've had Storm Ophelia, we've had Storm Brian, which has caused a lot of damage to a lot of parts of the country, but thankfully up here in Yorkshire it's just been blustery, there's been no damage, not even had pots fall over really. So although the plants are getting a bit battered by the blustery wind, there's no proper structural damage done to any of the branches or anything like that, so that's pretty good. So for the weather ahead, it's looking like it's going to be sort of mild. It might get warm by the end of the week, so definitely no frost on the horizon. But the days are getting shorter, so we are thinking about getting rid of some of the old bedding plants now and tidying up the garden and bringing in some other plants that I've almost forgotten about, which are the Brugmansias. So anyway, in this edition of Yorkshire Kris Weekly, we will be looking at plant of the week, which is a blue bamboo. We'll be looking at how to use crocodile clips in a useful way in the garden, and we'll also be making plant labels and ones that are waterproof, frostproof and look pretty good. And we're also going to be digging up Brugmansias and bringing those into the greenhouse. So all that's coming up in Yorkshire Kris Weekly. So in an earlier episode we looked at insulating the greenhouse and we looked at how we fasten the bubble wrap to the greenhouse walls. And the way that you can do the main side parts are using what are normally these yellow, green or black little toggles, which just go into the grooves in between on this frame of the greenhouse, and then you just put these in, twist, and it holds it in place. And these work really well actually for these side bits. But when you get to the corners, so if you look over here, when we get to the corners, it's hard to do that because there's no groove in the middle. So what you can do is use this sort of mechanism where this groove here fits into the side of the frame, and then you use another plastic little toggle that goes in there to fix it onto the side, the bubble wrap onto the side of the greenhouse. But the trouble is these are really weak. So if you look up here, you can see there's one here, and the idea is that clips on there, but it just falls out. It's not very good at all. So what I found is a better thing to use, what I've got in my hand here, and these are just little crocodile clips which are really strong. And as you can see up here, I've used them to clip the side of the bubble wrap onto the frame here, and you can use it sort of between the glass and the frame in these corners, and you can also use it on the roof like up here. You can see that's just clipped in, and these are really cheap as well, so I think I've got about 50 of these clips for about £2.50. So these are excellent for clipping bubble wrap into the side and corners of a greenhouse. And so plant of the week this week is this bamboo, and it's a special bamboo. It's the Orinda blue bamboo, which is known as Orinda 1046. It's like a number rather than a name. And as you can see, these new culms, these canes, they're up to about 4 metres tall, about 4 metres up there. It matured really quickly, this palm from a small, this bamboo from a small plant to this large established plant in 2 or 3 years. It's a very windy day, which this bamboo actually doesn't like, but so far it's keeping all its leaves. And as you can see, it's a beautiful blue colour. And this blue colour on the culms here will last about a year or so. So these are the new culms from this summer, and the older culms are this sort of olive greeny yellow colour. As you can see, they're quite a decent thickness as well. Pretty hardy this, down to about -10 or more. And it doesn't spread in random directions, it stays at quite a tight clump. So slowly will spread outwards. Fantastic colour, pretty hardy, and absolutely gorgeous plants all year round. And that's why this is my plant of the week. So this Brugmansia needs digging up because it doesn't like the frost at all, and do down to freezing, maybe a couple of degrees below freezing, but you want to avoid that if at all possible. It's a highly poisonous plant, so I will wash my hands after handling this plant. The sap can sort of dilate your pupils if it goes into your eyes, and it's a bit of a hallucinogenic as well, so a bit of care with this plant when I'm handling it. Just need to dig it up. It's not got a massive root ball. Dig around. You don't want too many roots. I want to store it. Now pot that up and put that in the greenhouse. So I've potted up this Brugmansia, and all I've used is old potting compost, a bit of garden soil, just to fill this pot, because it doesn't need to be fed over winter. It's going to be kept quite cool. And you'll notice over the next few months the leaves, a lot of them will fall off, because it will go pretty dormant in here, but that will stay like that until next spring, when it'll be given a good drink, a bit of liquid feed, and then it will grow away nicely and turn into a pretty decent sized shrub next summer. So that is my Brugmansia. It's got a few more to bring in. That's another job I'll be doing today. There are many ways to make labels for plants. So most common way is probably using a pencil on a little plastic white label, which is okay, or a permanent marker, or some people actually indent a piece of copper by pressing it with a special tool. But the way I'm going to make my plant labels, and have actually used for quite a while, is using a label printer. So the reason I use this is the tapes that it comes with, little cassettes, the stickers go onto the label are frostproof and they're waterproof, and because you actually type in the words, they're very smart and professional looking. Which is a big bonus because my handwriting is awful, so it's great to have a proper computerised way of doing it. So let's have a look at how this works. So this is one of the cassettes that goes in to the label printer. Just goes in the back there with 6 batteries, and here we are. I'm just going to start typing the label I want. So I've got Trachycarpus, and then I'll just press print. 1 copy. And that just pops out there, look. Cut that off. Now for my next word, which is going to be Fortunei, which is F-O-R-T-U-N-E-I space cross space nanus N-A-N-U S. Print that off. Hopefully that fits. Brilliant. I've done that in italics as well. Don't need that anymore. This is my label I'll stick the printouts onto. Just need to cut the sides of these. I'll just do that now. So that's the Trachycarpus label on, and then I'll just get this Fortunei cross with Nanus label. Again, just split the back off like so. And then we just put that in the centre, stick it on, press it nice and firmly on there, and then that label is ready to go out with the plant. And it will stay through winter, rain, frost, snow, won't bother it, and it looks pretty smart in the ground as So join me next week on Yorkshire Kris Weekly when the big garden dig up really begins and the insects start to come in and a lot of plants are put under their winter shelters. So lots to do next week, so it'll be a long edition. Hope you like my videos. If you do, just leave a comment below, give us a like, or subscribe to my YouTube channel or like my Facebook page, Yorkshire Kris.